Hey, and welcome to my top 5 tips for entering competitions or comping. If you don't know, comping is literally just that, it's just entering competitions for free in the hope of winning some prizes. So, top tip number 1 would be set your expectations low. Don't expect to win every prize. Have a look at the number of entries. So, prizes that are like really good are going to have a lot of entries, which means the chances of you winning are lower. Prices that are okay may have lower entries, although I have seen, 10,000 entries for a book, 5,000 entries for a phone. You just never know what's going to happen with them. So just don't expect to win, just kind of hope. And make sure you're entering as many as you can. Comping is a numbers game. I've had people message me before and say, how do you win stuff? I've entered 25 competitions in the last month and I've not won a single thing. And I'm like, dude, that's really cute. There are people out there entering 500 competitions in a day. So you kind of need to enter as many as you can. Personally, I probably enter between 50 and 200 competitions in a day, which sounds like a lot, but it's not. And that usually takes me around about an hour. I do it while I'm watching TV in the evening. It's fine. If I don't hit that many, it's not a big deal. So that's number 1. Enter as many as you can, but don't expect to win. See it as something fun. Number 2, don't pay to enter competitions. If you are paying to enter one, it's no longer a competition, it is gambling. And while we all enjoy a flutter every now and again, and I think there are lots of people out there who do enter the raffle sites, I personally don't, and kind of think, why would you pay for something where you can do so much more for free? So I wouldn't pay to enter a competition, other than maybe the cost of a postage stamp if it's a postal entry. Don't really get those anymore, to be honest. It's very rare. You sometimes get them in magazines still, but usually now competitions are done online. So that's my second thing, is just don't pay to enter them. The only exception to that might be if there's a purchase competition. So if a brand is running a competition, it's a brand you normally buy from, and you wanted to buy that product, then yeah, go ahead and buy it. Enter the competition. This usually happens on food stuff, so like McVitie's biscuits often run it. You've got the one that most people know about is the Cadbury's cream egg or the McDonald's Monopoly. Yeah, if you're going to buy that stuff, do it, but don't buy something especially that you wouldn't normally buy for the hope of winning, because yeah, it's a lost cause really sometimes when you do that. Number 3 would be make sure you sign up to all types of social media that you can. Now, you don't have to use your personal social media for comping. It's good to have stuff on your social media, because otherwise some people will see that as like a bot account or an unused account. So try and have some stuff on there, but like if you don't annoy all your friends and family by like posting loads of comping stuff, then just set up a separate account for it. Most competitions now are run on social media. If they're not on social media, they could be some parts of social media that are an element of it. So a lot of competitions run through Gleam or other similar widgets like Rafflecopter, where part of the entries are that you can get extra entries for following on social media, so you don't want to miss out on those. But a lot of people just straight up run their competitions over on social media, over on X, Facebook, Instagram. Some even run on WhatsApp, which I actually don't enter into, TikTok, and a few other things, Reddit, Twitch, all that kind of stuff, YouTube. So just, make sure you've got accounts on them so that you can use them for that. I'd also recommend having a separate email address that you use for competitions that isn't actually one that you use for professional stuff, just because you're going to get a lot of junk email coming in, and you want to keep it kind of separate from that type of part of your life, really, so you don't miss anything out important. So that's the first 3. Number 4 is check the terms and conditions and also the requirements of a competition. As I said, it's a numbers game, so you don't want to enter a competition actually you're ineligible for. Maybe you don't live in the right area. Some competitions are only open to people in certain postcodes. Some competitions are actually collection only for the prize. If the prize is 20 minutes drive away and you're happy to do that, it's something you want, great. If the prize is 8 hours drive away and it's for like a hamper of goods, Are you really going to be able to use that? No. Why waste your time entering it when you can use that time to enter ones that you can enter and that you're actually going to appreciate getting the stuff for? Also check, especially with competitions that involve travel or holidays, what's included. A lot of the time they say travel for like a family holiday to X, Y and Z destination. Make sure it includes actual travel. If it doesn't, then make sure you've got the funds to cover that travel yourself, because if you don't, it's pretty pointless entering it. If you've won a 5-night stay in Dubai but no flights, and you can't afford the 900 quid to get the flights, why bother entering it? This also applies to entering on social media comps as well. If they tell you to comment an emoji, if they tell you to share the post, tag somebody in the post, do what they're telling you to do. And also don't write like silly sob stories or go and do more than you need to do. Some people will write their entire life story about how, you know, they've had a depressing year, how things have been terrible for them, how awful everything in their life is, and so on and so on. And actually a lot of these things are actually picked at random using a random like comment picker. They basically put in what the requirement of the competition is and whether you've met it. If you've met it, you get in the draw. It's a random draw and it's done. They don't read your comments. So yeah, don't do that. It's really kind of grim. Okay, apologies, my dog decided she was gonna squeaker all the way through that last video, so I've had to cut it slightly, and hopefully I'm in the back in the same place. But up to number 5 now. Number 5 is basically try and make some comping friends on social media. You can do that easily if you search on, for example, Facebook for comping. You're going to find lots of groups. Make sure that you're looking for a group in your area, as in if you're in the UK, make sure it's a UK group, because there are groups for people all over the world, because competitions get run all over the world. You can also do things like sign up in forums. You can find out about competitions that way. The best way of finding out about competitions is having comping friends and entering competitions. The more comping friends you have, the more likely you are to be tagged in competitions or for them to share them on their profile, and then you'll see them on your news feed. The more competitions you enter, the more the algorithm thinks that you like that content and pushes more on you. This works really great on, for example, Meta platforms, so Instagram and Facebook. This does not work particularly well on X because since it's switched to X from Twitter, it no longer differentiates between countries, and you're going to see a lot of competitions in countries that you're not in or that you're not eligible for, which kind of sucks, but that's how it is. I use Money Savings Expert forums. They've got competitions forums on there. They split them up into things like ones you pay for, which I avoid, as I've already said, don't pay for competitions. Regular competitions, and you can sort them by the closing date. A lot of the time they'll have the criteria already chucked in along with the links for the social media or for the website where it's being listed and where you can enter the competition. But a lot of competitions will also ask you to tag people. If you've got comping friends, they won't mind being tagged. So yeah, that's my 5th tip, is get yourself some comping buddies and just sort of enjoy it, really. It's a free, fun activity that shouldn't take over your life, shouldn't cause you any stress, and it's an easy way to win some cool stuff. Now, as I said, set your expectations. I thought I'd show you actually some of the things that I've actually won in the last 4 weeks, and tell you where I've won them from, and explain what I'm going to do with them, really. So prize number 1. This was won from a local competition, so it was a collection only competition, and they ran the competition across Facebook and Instagram, and they drew a winner at random from those sites. So as long as you'd entered and then followed the criteria, you're in the draw, and they basically did a live draw where they pulled names out of a hat. And this prize is actually a really lovely, soft, beautiful pink scarf from a local boutique. Not personally something that I'm going to use for myself, however, I do have somebody in mind that I'm planning to gift this to as a present in the near future. So really pleased with that. It was a 20-minute drive from my house to go and collect it. It was fine. I was able to stop my mum's on the way and have a nice lunch with my wife, so that all worked out pretty well for me. Okay, the next prize was from X. It's only a little prize. It's a little set of 2 cat toys. Now, I do have a cat along with my dog, But my cat doesn't really play with this type of toy at all. However, my mum and my sister have both got cats, as in multiple, and they will love this. So this is going in the Christmas pile for Christmas 2026, because we always like to get the animals a little gift too, and they'll have that as their Christmas present. So that's another Christmas present I don't have to buy because I want it. Okay, this is number 3, and I really love this actually. This is going to be for me. This is a Mickey and Friends Hallmark ornament that I won over on X, and they sent it directly to me actually from Amazon, which is quite nice. And yeah, this is going to be going on my tree next year to be used. So that one's being kept, and I have a use for it. And the final prize is a bag of merch, so branded stuff from Heart Bingo, which actually is pretty cool. I'm quite happy. I'm not like sad about that. So it comes in a nice little bag, and what we have in the bag: branded umbrella. Great. I live in Wales. I always need an umbrella. And then we also have a cute branded bobble hat, a cute branded scarf, and there was also some cute branded fluffy socks, but actually I've worn those already, so I'm going to use those to keep my feet warm because it's been freezing. Now, whether or not I actually keep, can I have that back please, Pepsi? Whether or not I actually keep these for myself or the wife, I'm not sure yet whether we're going to do that. If we don't keep them, we'll probably donate them to a local homeless charity, because they're nice, they're warm, they're good quality, and someone's going to get use out of them. So that's 4 prizes from 4 weeks. So as you can see, while they're okay prizes, you know, they're decent, I'm very happy with them, I've got a use for them. They're going to save me money in the long run because they're going to be gifts for me as well. They're not like big prizes, which is a shame. I mean, I have won big prizes in the past. I've got a £2,500 gaming laptop, which I love. It that was a Rafflecopter entry prize. So that was one of those prizes where you enter on a website, follow them on social media, do a couple of social media tasks. I won that. It's a Razer Blade Pro, and I love it. It's one of my favourite belongings. I've also won things like holidays, days out, theatre tickets, shows, and things like that. So you can win other prizes, but as I said, set your expectations. Don't expect to win big, and when you do win big, it's great. It's like a real thrill, and you feel really good about it, and usually the prize is awesome. So hopefully that's helped you, give you some tips. I'm going to be doing some more videos in this sort of like series, just trying to get some more information out there about comping, and hopefully if anybody's got any questions, I can also answer them for them. Okay, bye.